So yesterday we saw the Meta Showcase, so it showcased all the new upcoming Oculus Quest 2 games. We also got a look at the Meta Quest 3.
Meta Quest 3 is our follow-up to Meta Quest 2 and will feature advanced tech that opens up new possibilities in both VR and MR.
Key takeaway from that, I think, is the fact that it's got backwards compatibility, so you're going to be able to play all of the titles from the Quest 2. And the current titles that you can see in the showcase are also available for Quest 2, and they will be available for Quest 3. The device looks thinner, looks lighter, looks much more sleek. It's also now got pancake lenses and a much better processor in there. Well, let's take a look at some of the games that I'm mostly excited about from the showcase. First up, Power Wash Simulator. Now, I've not played Power Simulator on any other platform at all, but this does look like a lot of fun. The graphics look clean and fun and bright, and the game mechanics look very, very interesting. It looks very smooth. I can see myself having hours of fun in this, so I think we'll give that a go, so that's one to watch. This next one I'm really excited for. I am a big fan of Schell Games and what they produce, and specifically, I Expect You to Die.
Oh, you are either very strong or that steering wheel was not attached correctly.
Dr. Roxana Prism is a former inventor for the agency. She truly believes she can create a better agent.
Oh, hey, Admiral Butler.
You'll either prove her wrong, or prove her right. You're dead in that second scenario.
Once you're dead, everyone will see just how superior my robots are to human agents.
Hey, you found some nickel. Do it again and you'll have 10 cents.
Every time we encounter Agent Phoenix, we get stronger.
Check this out. We can fly now.
It's simply a matter of time and iteration.
You don't think that's the end? It's not even begun!
Are you using Dr. P's notes I left in there? Aren't they great? Sometimes I look at them because they make me happy.
That's the third game in the series of I Expect You to Die. That's not counting the pass-through game that they released some while back. And I've got to say, it looks really interesting. It looks amazing. It's got the same art style and the same mechanics that you would grow to expect from an I Expect You to Die game. It looks like there's some brand new mission styles. One, you're in a car speeding down a highway. Then you've got your laser grid game. We've seen that kind of thing before. There's a new plot, there's a new villain, so it's looking very interesting and I can't wait to get my hands on it and play it. Next up is another game from my childhood and one that will always have nostalgia for me, and I'm always keeping my eye open for new games and movies in this series. And of course, it's Ghostbusters.
You think you know the whole story of the Ghostbusters. Well, you don't know my story. 1984. My research brought me to Columbia University, where I studied under the Ghostbusters. They dismissed my work, called it dangerous. But in San Francisco, I can show them, with its untapped cauldron of the undead. Where others saw fear, I saw subjects. How could I know my research would stir a dormant evil? The Ghost Lord. Alcatraz. Tortured souls, whose guilt I could drain and drain again. Their pain, the price of progress. My dear assistant Katie understands. Soon everyone will understand. Especially you, Ghostbusters, with your silly parlor tricks. You will see the progress I have made. Know the power I have harnessed. You will realize that I, Gustav Hookfather, am the genius who gave the world endless clean energy. The Ghost Lord is coming.
What have I brought upon the world? The time of the Ghost Lord is here.
There you go, that's Ghostbusters, and anything that's Ghostbusters is going to be great. It's especially if you've got an inner child like me who grew up on the original movies, then you're going to get some form of nostalgia and some form of fun from this game. So it looks like it's got an interesting plot, so it's going to be very story based, and it also looks like it can potentially be a bit spooky as well. Really looking forward to that one, so want to watch. Coming fall, can't wait to get my hands on that one and zap some ghosts. Now, when playing VR, have you ever thought to yourself, I really wish I could be a vampire running through Venice, stealthily killing people and draining their blood? Well, have no fear, because it looks like there's a game just for that.
Venice. Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night. I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You do well to remember that. Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
Now, I, for one, really love vampire games. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver are some of my favourite titles ever. I've not really played the Vampire Masquerade series, so I'm not really sure what to expect in this title, but it looks like it's a stealth-based game, very gothic, very vampiresque in the streets of Venice, and I have to say it looks amazing. I can't wait to get a hold of it. I can't wait to start attacking people and, you know, using my stealthy vampire abilities on people. It's one to really look out for, so I've included in this list because it really piqued my interest. I think it's a unique concept that we haven't really seen yet. We haven't delved into that. It's mostly been zombies and ghosts and things like that nature, so vampire really gets a win from me. Let's get it on.
It's you! Don't be afraid. I'm here to help. There are many like me here, trapped in this house. Each night, the guests arrive.
Stout, what do you want? Show yourself!
Now, I think I'm a bit young in the tooth to remember any original game this is based on. However, the 7 Quest VR looks absolutely amazing, looks right up my street. Haunted house, puzzle games, looks exactly like the kind of game that I'd want to play, and also scare the pants off me, so I'm really excited to try this one. This is one of the ones that really stood out for me in the showcase, so let's get it.
Allow me to show you how it's done. Nice, but... Oh, yeah, that's gonna do. Watch and learn. What the... Get a room. You know that only counts as one.
Well, I love Arizona Sunshine. I absolutely loved the first game on the Oculus Quest, and I think I even played it on the PlayStation VR, the first one when it came out. I did cover Arizona Sunshine 2 when it came out on the PlayStation Showcase. This time we get to see a completely different video, but I'm glad to see that it's coming out in the Quest 2 and the Quest 3. I'm glad you've now got a dog companion that's going to help you. I think it's called Buddy, and it just absolutely looks amazing. I really can't wait to try Arizona Sunshine 2 and see what new mechanics they put in. Hopefully there's still co-op, because that was a big selling point for Arizona Sunshine. Hopping into VR with your friends and taking out zombies, taking out Freddy's. It's fantastic, so can't wait to see that. So glad we got to see it in the showcase. This next game is something that I've been trying to keep an eye on for quite some time, because it was originally teased a long time ago. We knew it's been coming. I think it was in the last showcase that they announced it, or thereabouts, and that's Stranger Things. So Stranger Things is coming to VR, specifically the Oculus Quest 2 and the Oculus Quest 3. and I can't wait to try it. Now, the concept of this game is not exactly as I would have envisaged it, but you're in the presence of Vecna in the Upside Down, and the idea about this game is you fight demons, you control the Upside Down, you've got to go and get revenge on 11, which is a very unique concept, and I'm glad they've went in a way that allows us as the player to now just really let loose and, you know, release our inner Vecna, and it looks fantastic. So here, take a look.
I saw a means to realize my potential, to transcend my human form, to become the predator I was always born to be. It's time.
Now, another one of my favourite franchises is Assassin's Creed, and we were teased an Assassin's Creed VR game quite some time ago. It's been pretty silent on that regard. In the showcase, they did announce that the game is still coming. Unfortunately, we have to wait until June 12th for the Ubisoft Forward showcase for any additional information. So hopefully if we tune into that, then we can see some gameplay or some announcements or at least some further information about the game, when we expect to see it, how it's going to play, and what the premise of the game will be. So tune in for that. Now, the final game that I'm going to put in this video, and I think it was actually the final game in the showcase as well, is the sequel to Asgard's Wrath. Now, I didn't play the original Asgard's Wrath. I think it was an Oculus Rift title. So if you have, this will probably be a bit more exciting for you, but I'm just basing it off of the video that was in the showcase, which was quite an in-depth video of what the gameplay is and the multitude of different features that the game's going to offer. Looks like you're on a hunt to actually kill Loki, and it also showcases things like God mode, where you can take a wider view of your environment and helps yourself solve puzzles. You can work with other characters, and I think there's also a multiplayer aspect as well. There's like arenas and co-op missions you can go into, so it looks pretty good. If you want to watch the full in-depth video, if you want to watch any other games that haven't been put in my list, then you can go ahead and watch the full Meta showcase. It's definitely worth a watch. It was quite interesting. I've just put my favorite pieces in this video here that I wanted to talk about. But if you want to go ahead and go watch the whole thing, I think it's about an hour's long. I think the Asgard's Wrath piece was about 20 minutes long or something like that, which it was definitely interesting, definitely worth watching if you're interested in Asgard's Wrath 2. But I'm just going to put a little segment here for you to watch and just give you an idea about the game. So enjoy.
Asgard's Wrath 2 picks up where the first game left off, in a mysterious tavern you can't escape from. You're suddenly thrust into battle with a giant creature, clearly from another realm. Just when you think all is lost, you encounter the Weavers of Fate, a trio of beings that set you off upon your adventure to find and stop Loki. You'll have to use all the strength, endurance, speed, and quick thinking you can muster to forge a path through the ravenous enemies that lay between you and your destiny.
There you go, those are my favourite selections from the Meta Showcase 2023. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And like I say, if you do want to see some videos that were announced that weren't on this list, or if you want to watch more of Asgard's Wrath, there's a massive in-depth video on there. Just head over to the Meta YouTube channel and you can go and watch it. Like I say, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.